Heyo, what's going on, guys? So it has been a very long time since I've said that. I'm so glad to finally be back. And for today's video, I'm going to be going through all of the notebooks that I have. This is an idea I thought about a couple of weeks ago, and I'm surprised I've never thought of it before because notebooks are such a huge part of my life. I love notebooks. I use them all the time in my life. Even at the job I'm at now, I use them all the time. Basically, I'm just going to be going through each one that I have. And the purpose that I have behind them. And hopefully, you know, we're all in quarantine. Maybe it'll inspire you to have something else to do or to start a new project or to start journaling or whatever this video does for you. I hope that you can get something out of it. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. So just for reference, all these notebooks that I have are from Target. So if they still have them, you can find all these notebooks at Target. Alright, just little, okay. So the first one that I have has this cute little plant design on it, and it says notes on the front. So this notebook I use for YouTube ideas. So I'll write down any ideas that I have for YouTube videos, or if I'm planning a video out and I don't want to forget anything. I haven't used this notebook in a while, mainly because I do a lot of vlogs now. I haven't really done like a sit-down video like this in a while. However, I do still like having this notebook just in case like I do plan on doing a video and I do want to do more videos like this, so I'm sure this will come in handy in the future really soon. But I do love this notebook still. I love the plant design because I freaking love plants. The next one I have has this nice recycled front on it. It says notes in the front as well. It's a nice blue, like navy blue design. So this is the notebook that I'm using to teach myself Korean on it. Right now I've only ever taught myself Hangul, which is their alphabet, but I do want to get back into it because it is something that I've wanted to do for a while. So this next notebook is not my most favorite design, but it's come with two purposes, so it's a little bit different. So it has this pinky kind of geometric design on it. So its first purpose was basically, it was my journal to write down when I was a camp counselor. So I was a counselor the past 2 summers, and the first summer I was a counselor, I really regretted not writing down what happened every single day, because I wanted so badly to go back and remember all these like things that happened to me. And so my second summer, last summer, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna get a notebook. And I was just like, I'm gonna write down everything that happened at camp. And I'm so glad I did because I love going back and reading about things. Even if it was like the worst day ever, I love going back and just laughing about it because I'm like, wow, like, I'm so grateful that I had those experiences, even if it was like really, really difficult. The second purpose it has, I'm making it my workout plan notebook. So I basically just go week by week. I write down one video that I would do from Cassie Ho. I only follow her. She's the only online fitness instructor I will ever watch. As you can see, I initially started out with only one video every day because I haven't worked out in a hot minute, and I wanted to get myself accumulated back into that habit. And I figured, well, it would be really difficult for me to like go all in right away because then I would not want to. So I started out where, okay, I'm going to work out every single day, but I'm only going to work out for like 10 minutes. And I did that for the first 3 weeks. And I basically decided that I'm going to take it slow, but then I'm going to slowly increase to more videos. So I'm really glad that I found a different purpose for this notebook, and it's inspiring me to want to work out more, which is something that I have wanted to get back into. Okay, the next 3 I'm going to talk about are kind of all the same, but I'm also going to talk about them a bit separately. So they all look like this. They all have like a very similar pattern on them, as you can see. So the first one I'm going to talk about is, it says every moment counts on the front of it. And this one, which I forgot what the purpose of this notebook was until about 5 minutes ago when I got all my notebooks out, and I was like, oh, I forgot I had this. It's basically like my journal where I write down whatever I'm feeling that day, whatever is going on in my life, and I date it. The last time I wrote in it was March 10th, 2019, so it's been a while. But I do want to start getting back into this. I'm actually going to probably put it in my nightstand just so I remember it. This next one is gone to crap pretty much. It is Start an Adventure. I love the front of this notebook. I think it looks really, really cute. Basically this was going to be every trip that I've ever gone on. I was going to write down every single day what we did so that I could remember it. Basically I've only ever written the New York City trip I took in 2017. Since then I've gone to Orlando and I've gone back to New York City, and I haven't written down either one of them. Also went to Mall of America with my friends, which Mall of America, I mean, I live in Wisconsin, so Minnesota, it's not like it's a massive trip, but it was still a fun trip. Didn't write anything down. I want to start getting back into this because I feel like this is such a great idea, and I'm really glad that I have the option to have this notebook. I need to get back into it. Like, it's bad. So the final notebook out of these 3, there will be 2 more after this, is Everything is Connected. This one is basically my brain dump journal. So despite having all these notebooks, I need a notebook that is just my brain dump, that I can just write whatever I want in it. It's not organized, doesn't have like a plan, it's just whatever I'm feeling I can write into it. So this notebook pretty much saved me my freshman year of college. Freshman year of college was really hard on me, just for reasons that we can talk about in a different video if need be. But basically it was my kind of outlet to write down all the feelings I was having and to just kind of let them go, where I would write them all down, whether they're negative or positive or whatever, and I would close the notebook and that was that. And it was kind of just like a relieving moment for me because I always felt better after I wrote everything down. But it was also a brain dump, so I also put in things from like my bio lab in it. I put like my 20th birthday list on it. And then I also started writing poetry in it. So I started out with buying Whiskey, Words, and a Shovel. That was the first poetry book I ever bought. Haven't looked back since. I now have all 3 books and many more. But I started writing down all of the poems that I loved or that I resonated with. And now I've started to do that more often. Every single time I have a poetry book, I have to have a notebook where I write down the ones that resonate with me because I love going back and reading them and being like, wow, like that really hit me, or like, wow, I remember why that resonated with me at that time. You know what I mean? Which brings me to this one, which is my current brain dump journal, because that one is completely full now. So this one just says notebook on the front, has a nice like kind of leathery black feel to it. Again, this is my brain dump, so everything is in it, every which way. I started writing poetry in it, so I just got pillow thoughts for my birthday, and I started writing down all the poems from that book that I loved or that I resonated with. So far, that's my favorite poetry book I've ever owned, by the way. But yeah, I would like packing for home, like a lot of packing lists apparently. I was planning out my graduation cap. Yeah, I basically just use this as whatever I need. I keep it in my nightstand next to me, so that if I ever need to write or I need to write something down, or if I'm just thinking about something, that's my journal to write it down in. The last notebook that I have was actually a gift for me from my cousin. So technically it might not be from Target, but I'm very certain I've seen it at Target. If you'll notice, it's the only non-spiral notebook that I own, so clearly it was a gift because I only ever buy spiral notebooks. And this one's a little bit different. So initially it had things like bands and artists that I've seen live, and I have these little tabs on the top, as you can see, that are also from Target. You're seeing a theme here. So bands and artists I've seen live, places I've traveled to, K-pop bands and artists that I've seen or that I have come to love. However, its main purpose right now is my bullet journal. So I use this to bullet journal in. I wanted one that initially had dots because I watch Oh No Nina here on YouTube, and I love the way that she set up her journal, and I didn't have one that had dots on it. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start it in this one because I wanted a different purpose for this notebook because it's so freaking huge. And I was like, these 4 little slots I have are not gonna fill up my entire notebook, you know what I mean? So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make it a bullet journal, and I'm so glad I did that because I love my layout for it. I mainly actually use it to track my finances and make sure that I'm not overspending and I'm sticking to a budget. I'm not gonna go into too much more detail because I do want to do a full-on bullet journal video for you guys where when I set up my May layout, that's what I'm gonna use it for, and I'll kind of just go through the entire thing, like, you know, here's what I use in it, here's how I set it up, here's how I measure everything out. Just in case someone is wondering, I know those videos can be kind of popular here on YouTube, and so I want to put out like my ideas because I feel like I got inspired from bullet journaling because of Oh No Nina, and so I figured someone else might get inspired if they watch my video. So yeah. So that is it for this week's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this inspired you in some way, either to get a notebook, or if you have a notebook lying around, you don't have a purpose for it, maybe one of these ideas, you know, sparks interest for you or inspires you to start that. We're all in quarantine, and so a lot of us have nothing to do, and so maybe starting a new project or starting like a bullet journal or, you know, a brain dump notebook, or, you know, yeah, I hope this inspires you in some way. But thank you guys so much for watching again. I really appreciate it. Make sure to like and subscribe as always, and I will see you next time with another video. Bye!